Hello everyone. Today we're going to talk about passive OSINT reconnaissance. We're going to start reconnaissance from today, and we're going to start real-world ethical hacking. But before we start reconnaissance, there is one thing we need to know, which is the first phase. That's pre-engagement and scoping. So the things that we need to know is like what's pre-engagement and scoping. It's like legal logistical boundary setting before technical testing. Prevents legal liability, scope, creep, operational disaster. It has 6 signed documents that authorize testing. That means, let's say a company hired you to do a pen test to its network and equipment environment. Okay, so you can't just start the work immediately and start hacking and reconnaissance and all that stuff, right? You have to first know what exactly you're allowed to do on the network, what is allowed, what can you hack, what can you not hack, which is يعني, which you shouldn't. This is an agreement. This is like an agreement. This phase is where you agree, both you and the company agree what is your scope and what is you should not do, what you should do and what you should not do, right? So these are the 6 documents that are required. Statement of work. Okay, you need statement of work, like business level agreement. Contains what systems can you test, the timeline, the pricing, deliverables, both parties authorized representatives. Okay, defines what you are paying for, like, and then you have to also have rules of engagement document. So technical constraints and procedures, like it has to contain exactly what's allowed, prohibited techniques, what kind of methods you can do. Incident response, data handling, signed by CISO, CTO, prevents what you're doing. And you need to have also non-disclosure agreement, like what confidentiality pledge, what information is confidential, how it's protected. Both parties have to sign this one also. And scope matrix, detailed list of scope, out of scope systems, IP address, host name, and special handling, like are we supposed to test this or no, like this kind of questions, these answers, right? Incident response plan. Okay, you need to have what to do if something breaks, like who to call, right? When to stop, and this kind of things. And authorization letter also, like explicit permission to test, proves you are allowed to test. Yeah, all this has to be done before starting to do the testing. Like if you go to HackerOne, like for example, let's go to HackerOne. Okay, this is a bug bounty website where they post different companies websites that where different hackers they can find. Here, let's start bug bounty. I can show you something that about the scopes and what is allowed and what's not allowed. Like, let's just start with activity here. Let's just see what we can. Opportunities. So let's say, for example, this company. Okay, it's offering 40k for someone who can find bugs on the website, right? So what you can do, you have your scope, right? We have to go through the scope of what we can do. Like it gives you a list of domains and websites you can hack. What are scope and what are out of scope. If you filter here out of scope, these are out of scope. Okay, there is no bounty on it. So you leave this one and you focus only on things that are inside your scope, right? So that's the idea. Also, if you go the guidelines here, data protection, asset tiers, it will tell you what's excluded from the scope and what is not. Okay, like rewards and all these details, right? So this is like an agreement. Before you start doing anything, you have to read all this, right? Because you have to know what you are allowed to do, what you're not allowed to do, right? And that's basically what's pre-engagement and scoping. The idea of pre-engagement and scoping. You have to first have an agreement. You have to have the 6 documents before you do anything. Okay. Statement of work, rules of engagement, non-disclosure agreement, scope matrix, incident response plan, authorization letter. Once you have this, you can, once it's signed by both parties, you can start hacking. So let's go ahead and start passive reconnaissance, passive OSINT. Okay, so learning objective: perform comprehensive passive reconnaissance without triggering alert. Okay, and gather target intelligence from publicly available resources, understand OSINT methodology and information, create detailed target profile for vulnerability assessment, maintain operational synergy. So let's start with passive recons. Passive recons is actually no trace on the target. Okay, we're not going to scan the target or do anything, and they will not know that we are here there, right? We're just going to focus on information that's available in public source only, like LinkedIn and Google and other search engines, right? We're just going to gather information. Okay, that's the difference between this one and active recon. Active recon triggers alert. Okay, direct interaction, creates logs, needs authorization, hours only. Okay, but passive recon might take days or weeks. Okay, because you're just gathering information, right, from outside without any contact with the network or company's environment. That's the difference between passive and active recons. Yeah. So next we have here the scope. Yeah. So the first OSINT intelligence collection cycle is that the first thing is define objective. Okay, and scope and rules of engagement. Yeah, that's what we talked about. And then identify sources like DNS, OS. Okay, then collect data. Okay, and then analyze insight. And then process this one. Let's go ahead and try this one 1 second. Yeah, so let's see the key OSINT information here. Let's put it here and be easier for us to see it also. Yeah, same thing here because it's being covered by yeah. So let's just start. Okay, let's just continue what we were saying. And the key OSINT information source. Okay, we have domain and DNS. It's the first thing that we need. Like we need the OS record, DNS records, certificate transparency log, passive DNS database. This is how we get the information like LinkedIn profiles, GitHub accounts, social media. Yeah, we're going to go through the OSINT tool. Okay, but first we need to know what exactly we're trying to achieve here. Passive versus active reconnaissance, understanding, detection. Like, yeah. So right now we are still trying to get like the domain and DNS enumeration. Like, we can get this through OS records, registration detail, ownership, name server info, and DNS records like email server, all this subdomain enumeration. There are tools here we can use to, and for email also to gather emails of that are used in the company. You can use the harvester hunter.io for personal discovery, and metadata extraction. Use this one for documents, images, expected. Technology stack, vocalizer for CMS framework, and location. Yeah. So let's just start with this. Okay, let's start with the Shodan. Okay, Shodan is it's a way to find Shodan. It's a way to find internet connected devices like cameras or anything it's like a search engine for internet connected devices. Yeah, exactly. And Shodan is a world first search engine for internet connected devices, supposed to search anything, any devices that are connected to the internet. Okay, hacker use this one to, yeah. So it's basically going to search, let's say, yeah, let's go ahead and go to the details. I want to do the labs, but let's do the, yeah, before you do any search, use VPN or Tor for queries, randomize timing, vary query patterns, document everything, respect rate limit. Don't use personal accounts, query for same IP, too many queries, aggressive, yeah, ignore, okay. Okay, rules of engagement. We said here only publicly available sources we have, and yeah, these are the rules of your engagement for passive reconnaissance, right? Only publicly, no hacking, no private data access, GDPR compliance, respect data protection regulation, written authorization, always have scope documentation, platform TOS, follow terms of respect for every, don't explicit. Yeah. Common OSINT mistake, querying the same source too rapidly creates detectable signatures. Links reconnaissance to your real identity. Personal accounts, not documenting source. Data correlation error. Like, we're going to start with Shodan. What's Shodan? It's internet search engine for internet IoT devices and internet-facing services. Scans exposed services, webcams, industrial control systems, and other devices. Example query: find subdomains, hosting services, company exposed HTTP. Okay. So let's go ahead and try Shodan. Play around with Shodan. Okay, before moving on to the harvester. So Shodan, we can just see the common queries for Shodan. I wonder what this is. Feedback hub, close this one, go to Chrome. Okay, here, yeah, something's off with the thing, so I'm just going to start letting me play around with the keyboard for some reason, but it's okay. Let's go ahead and do the theory. Let's see what we will do after this. Yeah, so okay, before we move on to the theories, let me fix this the lab before we do that. Now we are going to introduce all the tools quickly. The OSINT tools for passive used for passive reconnaissance. I'm going to start with Google Docs. Okay, it's a manual OSINT power mode, and yeah. So basically, what Google Docs allows you to do is like you can manipulate. Let's use this one, Google. Okay, it allows you to filter out results, search results here. Like for example, let's say I want to see what are the index pages for this domain. Okay, all I have to do is site.this and see. You can see those are the index pages in Google for this domain, right? Now let's say I want to see we can use this command site, right? Or I want to see like file type. I can just use here file type and type JPG. So no, not this one actually, it's not this way. Let's see if it is PDF. Yeah, let's go ahead and see different commands. Yeah, file type command to find specific file type. Okay. Yeah, and entitle words in the page. Okay, I can use entitle here, title, and name it like JPG, or categories, or artist, which is already there, but it's not showing for me right now. Entitle, index of this one, in URL. In URL, I can type in URL here and use login. This one is going to work. It's going to give me all the pages where there is login for this domain. It has login pages here. So yeah, in text, words inside a page text, words in page title. Okay, so I think we should use in text if we want to see any. Let's go ahead and see this one. Actually, it is not connected to the internet. Yeah, so it just brought me the login page in URL to let you go to the login page. If I use, let's say, in text and I type here, let's say artist, it's going to show me any page where it contains artist here, right? And we can type find exposed documents. We can just type like this and see file type. We can do file type and PDF. It's not showing anything here, but we can go like XLS, all the file types, and sensitive keywords inside the file. XLS, nothing. And we can find login pages using in URL and admin also. And we can find open directories, index of, I think this one is available here. Like we can just type entitle, index of let's say backup. Yeah, it's already found one here. Let's see here, backup, index of backup. Yeah, and we have parent directory, backup files, database dump, source code, config files, find exposed database also. You check here. You find emails. This is important. You can find like company emails here and employees, like site this one, and we can just go the email here, like type emails here at email.com, but it's not going to show me here. But we can type here test@gmail.com here, and find subdomains also via Google. Not as strong as crt.sh. Yeah, because we have better way actually to find cameras and find config database. So basically the main purpose of this one, Google Doc, is to filter out the search results of Google, so we can get like the different output. Okay, these are the key commands that we use. And one more tool we need to talk about is Wapalizer. Wapalizer is actually identifies technologies behind the website. What tech is using the site using, identifies the technology behind. What it tells you, the CMS. If it's using CMS, it's going to tell you WordPress, Joomla, or Drupal. If it's using any frameworks like programming languages, like frameworks like Next.js, going to display it. So the benefit is, like, for example, let's visit any website here. This is one website, right? So this is the Wapalizer tool. This Wapalizer tool, it's an add-on we added on the browser. See, it's telling me that framework that I use is React and Next.js. The web server is Next.js, static site generation, and Lucid, Open Graph, Priority, so UI frameworks, right? So this is the benefit, more info, and it will give you all the information that you need and what technologies used, and that's the benefit of Wapalizer. Harvester is for emails and domains and people. It collects emails, subdomains, and usernames from public sources like Google or Bing or something. So building email lists helps you. If you have like a list of emails, it will help you to test phishing simulation. Okay, find subdomain attackers might target, map company digital. Yeah, this is actually useful. The Harvester is a tool. Let's try to use Harvester actually. Let's try to use Harvester here. Clear this one, and the Harvester /d. Let's try to use Nexa speed.com. It's telling me no IP found, no email found, no people found, no post found. But usually it will for this website maybe it's not found. You can also use different search engines like Google. Ask it to search on Google, Bing, Yahoo, all that. Okay, for this website it's not showing. Let's see if we can find any other website and try. If it doesn't work, it's okay, just leave it. I think there is no internet actually. I think it might be an issue with the internet, because we have to make sure this is getting an internet. Yeah, it's not getting an internet actually access, so this is why it's not able to get it. Let's give it some time, then it's fine. Let's just remove this for a moment. Let's try to do it. Let's see if it has access to the internet, because maybe it doesn't really have any access. Yeah, it has. So if it has access to the internet, let's try this one. Yeah, still it's not showing, but this is the tool. Okay, you can practice it with different domains. It's going to list for you the emails, the people, IPs, host names. There's one more tool we need to talk about, just crt.sh. What is it? crt.sh. This is a tool that will help you gather subdomains of your of any website or something. Like, let's say nexaops suite.com. It will help you gather subdomains while you're offline. Nexaops, let's just remove this one because I think I made a mistake. Yeah, so it's just telling me that right now I think we don't have any subdomains for this one. That's why it's showing only 2. Let's see if we have another website that has a subdomain, or even better, let's use test one hub. Test this one. We'll use this one, and let's go ahead and try it out here. Search. None found, because actually this is it's HTTP website. It's not going to find anything, I think. Let's use it's HTTP. I don't think we need certificates, so it's not going to find anything here. Let's try another website here. .com. The spelling is wrong. 1 second, let's just adjust the spelling here. Yeah, so for this website we were able to find all the subdomains. This is the subdomain, and this is the subdomain. It will give you the list of subdomains here actually, common names, and all the different subdomains for this subdomains. This is one benefit of using crt.sh. Okay, and we have here Spiderfoot. Okay, Spiderfoot is one tool that scans everything about the target, like IP address, subdomains, data breach, social media accounts, DNS history, leaked credentials, dark web mentions. So all this can be done by Spiderfoot. Spiderfoot is a tool that we can use here. We can try to use it here. Spiderfoot. The syntax is very simple. Spiderfoot.s. Let's go ahead and try this one. Yeah, it's going to scan all the things, but let's try with this. I prefer to use test, well, because and there is actually a command. This is the GitHub for Spiderfoot. You can just type Spiderfoot on Google and you will find this one. How to install it is very simple. All you have to do is just copy this one and paste it on Kali. It will be installed. The usage is just we add /s. But let me see how we can paste it in a put the output in the on another file. I think it's /o, but let's try it out. Let's try this one. /o, let's do it in redirect, or let's just redirect it. Redirect the output to using piping. Let's put the output to text results dot txt. Touch results dot txt. Target, actually the issue is the target. It's I think there is an issue with the target. Let's remove this one and see what's the issue exactly. Yeah, great, now it will finish. So we can wait for some time, let it finish, so we can see the results, actually what it will do, what it will give us. Yeah, let's let it finish, and because this might take time, so let's go through the other OSINT tool and we'll get back to this one. So Spiderfoot, we will CRT, we already discussed about it. You'll find subdomains here without even having to do anything. You pass it. Attackers love forgetting subdomains, they often find it old. Okay. And the virus totals, most used analyze file domain. It's a malware infrastructure intelligence. Check if file hash is malware, check domains was contacted. Yeah, so phishing links, check this, power move. Yeah, so there are tools like virus total here. Yeah, virustotal.com. This is actually used for to check if a link is malicious or no. Okay, IP or links, whatever. Yeah, you can just try this one, search the URL. This is telling you it is clean. Right, yeah, so it will give you details like the hash and others, right? Like yeah, but basically that's the, like you can put IP here also. It's used by SOC analysts. Like usually when you find any malware, the first thing you do is just check the hash, right? Choose a file, put it here so that it can scan it, virus total, or you can just take the hash and put it in the file so it will scan and get you a result. So you can type the hash here and search for it. Yeah, not just type website domains, yeah. And that's that one. And there is one website called Have I Been Pwned. This website is just it just tells you if your email address has been breached or hacked. Okay, so you can just type your email here, okay, and check. So you can type here and it will check. It says one data breach. That means my email was already is compromised. Okay, so I have to change my password. And you can type, yeah, that's the idea, wayback URL waybackmachine.com, and this is a website that will gives you the history of a website. Like for example, let's say we have this one. Okay, let me show you. Let me show you this website. Okay, history of changes, like yeah. Okay, it doesn't have to be this website. Actually, we can go through any website. Let's something is off here on the wayback machine. Let's just go back here. Wayback machine, Webpack machine, this one, and we can type here the test one here. Yeah, once you type this one, it's going to check all the changes that have been made since the page has been indexed to Google. Like you see here, January. Let's go back to January 25. Let's go back to 2020. Let's go back to 2017. Okay, how it was here. Let's go here and check it. There is a snapshot actually. You can click on the time here. It will show you the snapshot. This is how it was looking in 2017 on this date. Yeah. So you can see what changes have been made. This is a snapshot of it. This is a collection of crawls. Okay, and the changes, you can see the changes here as well. So change how the website changed on this years, all this years, like different changes. The details, it's going to tell you, like, let's give you that details, and also it will give you the sum of subdomains here. So that's one command that we need to know. And there is one more thing, there is one more tool that we have to talk about. Two more actually, three more tools. Foca, it's a tool for metadata extraction. Extracts hidden metadata from public documents. Okay, you know, when you put documents in public, sometimes it contains hidden information like usernames, computer name, internal file path, software version, printer name, emails. You don't know, right? So internal name, convention, employee, all this PDF metadata shows author J. Smith. Now you know the username format, right? So you can get information. This is the tool Foca. Okay, you can choose, you can write any command here. You can go through it here and type any website here. For example, let's create it. It's not a URL, so remove this one. Put www and create your Foca project. It's going to scan and it's going to give you the details. It's not giving me anything for this URL, but this is it. You can see the user, folder, printer. If there is any metadata, you can just see the details here, like the network, all this. Shodan is a search engine for devices for internet exposed systems. We've talked about it a little bit. Census is also same as Shodan. Okay, it's it checks the internet connected device, like cameras, servers, anything that's connected to the internet, it can access. Okay, let's go back to Shodan.io. Okay, this is Shodan. Let me log in because it will not allow me to write some queries if I don't log in. So let's go back and type, let's say SSH. Okay, you can type any protocol here. See, it's going to show me all the devices, public devices. It's using SSH here. You can see the countries here, the ports, companies, organization, everything. You can also use, like, you can search by port, this one, 445. This is a filter, that means SMB. This is the SMB port. So I'm checking SMB port here, vulnerable for remote code execution here. This one, you can click it and it's telling you this one, protocol handles certain via this. Yeah, you can get different information from here, like the port, like the this even camera access. So this is showed how it works, and census is also same. And let's go back here. Still nothing to see here actually. So let's just stop it and see what we get. This is taking so much time. So this might take a lot of time. So let's just leave it like that, and then we'll see if there is anything interesting in the results. I'm going to show you in the next session. So that's it for today, and we've talked about passive reconnaissance. Okay. Again, I suggest you go through each tool and try to practice it at your home. Download and practice it, like to see how it will work. Let's go ahead and see this one. Cat results dot txt. It's just pasting the everything here. Yeah. Data is not structured. Yeah. So yeah, just have a look at each command. There is one more thing. Google Dork. You don't have to type the Google Docs manually. You can find Google Docs, advanced Google Docs, advanced here, advanced search. Will automatically this one will help you through this. Like you can filter using this page as well. It doesn't have to be by the door. Just memorize the key commands, and that's it for today. Tomorrow we're going to talk about day 3, which is active reconnaissance. No, day 4 actually. Tomorrow is day 5, day 6. Day 6 this one. It's active reconnaissance, port scanning. We have already talked about some of these things in the 3rd day, but we're going to just go deep this time. And also we're going to go through the web application as well after that, and we'll start with automated vulnerability scanning. And yeah, try to finish the reconnaissance section this week and start exploitation maybe next week. Thank you for watching. See you. There is one more thing we need to talk about actually, the active reconnaissance. I mean the OWASP lookup. We didn't talk about it in the previous session. Let's see if we can do it in the Kali Linux. OS let's say nexa.com. It's going to give you suite.com. Yeah, this is going to give me different details, like it's going to give me the registrar name, like ionis.com, registrar URL, which is ionis.com, DOS server, and this command OWASP is a lookup, like the name, domain, and you might even find names or emails here, right? And that's about it.